Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. And you're probably wondering, wait a minute, who is this guy? The Fj60 wagon family dude. He doesn't have facial hair. Oh, by God, I do now. So with the COVID-19 lockdown, I've been trying to grow out my mustache. I never had facial hair before, so I thought, well, I don't have to go to the office, so let's give it a try. And what do you guys think? Is she a keeper? Anyways, if you guys like this stash, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. So today, I'm ready to fire up my Fj60. It's been sitting here for almost 3 months. I've been working on the EGR project of this truck. If you guys are new to this channel, I bought this up in Oregon, and the previous owner deleted all the EGR on this truck. So now I'm in California. I got to get the EGR and all that emission things back on the truck so that I can get it registered. But with this COVID-19 lockdown, I've had a lot of time, but I've been super lazy to get moving. There's some good reasons why, but I'll get to that in a different video. But today, I just want to see how this truck will start after almost 3 months. And I did finally get the EGR pipe and the cooler and other few things on the truck. So I'm just curious if it's going to start and what's going to sound like without all the vacuum lines put on. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I need to get this truck pushed over there about 3 feet in my garage so that I got a little more room to work on back here. As you guys can kind of see back there, it's all blurred out. I got a ton of parts I got to put on this thing, mostly all emission parts, so I need some room in my garage and my tool chest right behind me. Oh, I can't talk. I got these Invisaligns, so I feel like I'm lisping. It's really hard to talk with these things on. So one of the most common questions I get from you guys online is what kind of camera equipment I'm using to shoot my videos. And so what I want to do is share that knowledge with you guys at the very end of the video. And I'm going to start doing that with all my videos so you guys have a good idea of what kind of equipment I'm using, either here in my garage or out in the field. And I got several types of equipment that I do use. So hope that will be helpful for you guys for your videos. So stick around to the very end, or you can just fast forward to the very end and check out those specs of my settings on my camera and what camera I'm using. So I don't know if you guys can see down here good enough in the camera. I think you can see pretty good, but I got a lot of my stuff here still not hooked up. My vacuum hoses are not lined up. Okay, so without further ado, let's fire her up. Here we go. Alright, so let's get down to the nuts and bolts of the camera equipment I'm using and the settings I'm using to shoot this specific shot here. So as you guys can see, I got my B camera over here, my iPhone XR. Now I use that iPhone XR for 90% of all my videos. I got it facing forward on me here, but I don't generally shoot two cameras. I don't have an A camera and a B camera. It's just doing too much. So I shoot most of my shots either in the field or at home with my iPhone XR, and that phone has a great camera, but this particular camera is Sony a5100, and the reason why I chose this one is only because of the APS sensor. It means it's got a 1-inch sensor versus my phone has, it's like a pencil lead sensor. So even though it looks good for social media kind of stuff, this really has the best quality versus my iPhone. But I use my iPhone 90% of the time. Reason why I like this particular camera too is because it has a flip-up lens screen from the back, so I can crop my shot very easily. The things I don't like about this camera is that it doesn't have an audio jack, so I can get a better audio when I'm out in the field or I'm on the trail. So I limit this camera. If I do use this, I use this for my B camera on the trail. That's if I use it. and for still shots as well. Now for this particular shot, I've got my f-stop at 3.5, and the reason why I do that is because I want to kind of blur out the back end there and soften up the back and get my face a little more focused. I think that's a really good look, that cinematic kind of look. I got my aperture set out 1/30, and I got my ISO locked down at 100. So I think it's important to know about your ISO is that whenever you're shooting, I would always lock down your ISO to 100 or 200. Lower that number is, the better quality you're going to get. And also it's not going to jump around as you're shooting videos or taking pictures. So I always lock the ISO down so that it's not bouncing around. And also my white balance is also locked down. So anyways, that's basically it for my camera setting for this particular angle. And as you guys can see, I'm holding it right with my hand. I could put on a tripod, but I like to kind of go like this sometimes. I hope to see you guys in a couple weeks when I shoot my other video while I'm putting my smog parts on. Until then, be safe, and we'll see you on the trails.